super heavyweight division.
Well, listen, I'd be lying if I told you that I wasn't a fan. Listen, I revere and respect every single one of these warriors that gets into the cage, men and women, but there is something different about ElShaddai Van Hoesen. He's bright, he's articulate, he's stylish, and he's
a hard worker.
And well, yeah, aside from being good, he's compelling.
He's got that it factor, you know.
He absolutely does. And he's the kind of guy that even if you're not rooting for him, you're rooting for him to lose. He's must watch.
Yes, you know, he's very polarizing. You either love him or you don't, and he doesn't care. You know, at the last weigh-ins when he fought Gerald Wicks, I was at that weigh-ins, and he went right up to Gerald, threw the two middle fingers, Diaz style, right in Gerald's face. He's not here to make friends. He's here to make waves and get victories.
He comes in 3-0. He called for this title after his last fight here at Cage Wars 54. Was a convincing win, and he got what he wanted. We know that Van Hoesen has he's got big punching power, and he's got knockout.
He's got precision punching power. That's the thing. He doesn't waste energy.
Yep.
He doesn't throw too many strikes, and every strike he throws is thrown with bad intentions.
Does Cory Quintana offer the same kind of superpower?
I have not seen that level of power from Cory Quintana yet. In the fight that he won the title against Malik Smith, former Cage Wars champion, it had to go to a decision, and Malik isn't the most powerful guy. Malik is going to win on volume. Malik is going to win on scores. And, you know, Cory won that fight, but he wasn't able to take him out. And I truly feel that if ElShaddai had fought Malik, that he would have taken Malik out via some sort of strike stoppage. So I feel that the path to victory for ElShaddai is going to be to keep it on the feet. And the path to victory for the champion is going to be, again, as I said, to make ElShaddai wear his weight, bring him into the third round where ElShaddai I don't think has been yet, and really just wear him down and weather that storm of ElShaddai Van Hoesen.
That's got a little surge of excitement.
Anytime the big boys are in, you got to have excitement because, you know, I'm telling you right now, folks at home, don't pee, don't poop. If your kid's crying or puking in the bedroom, let them puke. They're going to be fine. All right, there's a stomach bug going around, whatever.
Are you speaking from experience?
Well, yeah, everybody's sick right now. Just watch this fight.
House.
You don't want to go anywhere, but everywhere. Everywhere. You don't want to miss this fight, folks.
Cory Quintana about to make his way into the cage. Our co-main event tonight. 3 rounds, Cage Wars 55. This is for the super heavyweight title. You'd have to think on paper that ElShaddai Van Hoesen would be a moderate favorite in this particular match. Would you say?
Which is not common because Cory Quintana is 3-0 and the champion. But ElShaddai has such a wave of energy and momentum behind him that I believe that people expect him to be the favorite. Cory Quintana with Gerald Wicks behind him. Again, he beat his opponent beat Gerald Wicks via TKO in their last fight.
Repping Shenanigans, a gentleman's club.
You know, now here's the thing Cory's got going for him. He's got a lot of big guys in his camp to train with. Nels Larson, his coach, is a big guy. You know, you see Gerald Wicks there, Bob Buskey. You know, they got a lot of big guys. You know, and here's the thing about ElShaddai. ElShaddai also has some big guys. He trains with, you know, his coach, Michael Lessie, but he's also cross-training. He's going to different gyms. He's doing those things, so he's also getting that work in. And we know, coming from the Lions Den, his wrestling's going to be on point. He's already got a great wrestling background, but, you know, you got Caleb and Trent Svengala, both active collegiate wrestlers as well as mixed martial artists over there. You know, they really love to put that wrestling to use in their mixed martial arts. This is just going to be a barn burner. This is not going to go 3 rounds, I don't think.
No, and I think that last fight may have been a bit of a letdown because there were a lot of Ben McHugh fans here in the house. No, not taking anything away from Vincenzo Constantino, the champion who took out Ben McHugh. But don't you just get the sense that this crowd wants to be electric for this one? I just get the feeling that this is going to have some energy. It's going to be a loud crowd.
It is, and especially because of that lead up. You know, this has been brewing and brewing and brewing, and man, that top is about ready to fly off, baby.
Oh, I can't wait.
Here we go, the champion out of the red corner, Cory Quintana, entering the cage. He's walking across the cage, eyes his opponent.
I don't know if I would.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falbo for the official announcements.
Oh, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening. It is for the Cage Wars Super Heavyweight Championship. This championship fight is brought to you by Cage Wars Mixed Martial Arts and Sticker Mule, and it is presented by the Aqua Training Bag. Winners of tonight's fight will go home with their own Aqua Training Bag. Also, get 10% off your purchase by using a promo code CAGEWARS10. Cage Wars 55 is also presented by RDX Sports, the official glove supplier of Cage Wars MMA. UA Local Number 7 Plumbers and Steam Fitters. Bricklayers, Local Number 2 Allied Craft Workers. Jules Design Studio. Ryan Clark Realty. And Northeastern Fine Jewelry. Tonight's event is sanctioned by the United States Muay Thai Association. Executive Director Ed Kinner is in attendance. The judges for this championship fight are Mr. David Bruce, Rob Axtisa, and Matt Goller. The fight doctor at Cage Side for our championship bout this evening, Dr. Michael Lanahan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Cage Wars Super Heavyweight Championship, let's do this! Introducing first the challenger. Fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in last night 275 pounds. Representing Lions Den Mixed Martial Arts out of East Greenbush, New York, the Big Pisser, ElShaddai Van Hoesen. His opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed Cage Wars Super Heavyweight Champion. He weighed in last night at 310 pounds. Representing Team Jucao out of Scotia, Cory the Gift Quintana.
Here we go.
You know, and,
wow.
And they said the weight. ElShaddai lost a good 30 pounds from his last fight.
He was 315, I think.
It was 310, yeah. So, you know.
Don't blink.
I mean, that just shows ElShaddai is making his way to the heavyweight division. And as we talked about, there is no super heavyweight pros. So if you want to go pro, you've got to be heavyweight.
And he was light on his feet at 310.
But now, again, this where it may be where Cory can use that weight to his advantage if he can get a hold of ElShaddai.
Here we go. Oh, baby.
Again, ElShaddai respecting the wrestling.
Yep.
Hands are up, using the kicks. Cory looking to use that jab, make his way in out of the southpaw stance. Overhand.
Van Hoesen's smooth for a big guy, though, isn't he?
He is. But Quintana better get that lead hand up because Van Hoesen's got a good left hand. Okay. Nice overhand. ElShaddai just taking his time, kind of feeling him out, respecting Cory, which is smart. You know, a 310-pound champion is nothing to mess with.
And his power.
Nice left hand right. Oh! Oh, is that it?
That's it. Good night.
Wow.
Sneaky power.
I told you, that left hand. That left hook. That's why I said the precision power, the precision striking is, you know, it's unmatched right now. I'd like to see that on replay production if we can.
It was one shot.
And it looked like that lead left hook, as I mentioned, you know, he's got a very dangerous lead hand. And he said one strike, only took one. It only took one. Here we go. Let's see.
Nose? Like
Boom, pulling that jab out. Cory trying to close that distance. He avoids that overhand right. Looking, pulling with that left hand.
He's got fast hands.
He does. He's a big, strong kid.
Man, he's got fast hands.
We're going to see it here. Looking for that front kick. Pulling that jab out. And again, Cory staying in there with him. Oh, right hand. Left hook, right hand.
Busted his nose.
Yep, looked like right in the nose.
Precision.
Wow.
He is an absolute force.
He's asking for his belt.
So what is next for ElShaddai Van Hoesen?
I mean, I think he's got to come down to the heavyweight division now. He's got to win the heavyweight belt, defend it, and, you know, I think this young man goes pro before we know it.
Well, I'm glad to be here to witness it. I felt he was special the first time I saw him. I liked his energy. I liked what he brought to the ring. He's a character. He's unforgettable. And he's damn good.
He's dangerous. You know, as I spoke about earlier, he doesn't waste his energy. He doesn't waste strikes. He is very precision-oriented when it comes to his power striking. You know, it only takes one, as he said. You know, this young man has power for days. He's got great work ethic. We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for that official decision.
How about a round of applause for one hell of a championship bout, ladies and gentlemen? Referee Dan Mergliata's called a stop to the fight 38 seconds into round number 1 for your winner and new Cage Wars Super Heavyweight Champion, ElShaddai Van Hoesen. Presenting ElShaddai with the Super Heavyweight Championship is Matt Tarullo, owner and managing partner of the Esley Group, a part of Cetera Investors. Matt is also a former player for the New York Football Giants, as well as them Dallas Cowboys, both of which have playoff match games this weekend. We promise we won't hold that against you, Matt.
All right, let's see what Jay Engelson has to say in here with ElShaddai. Going to be interesting to hear what he's going to say. I think he's going to say he's coming to the heavyweight division.
You would think, and it wasn't like an accumulation of punches. It was one shot that did that damage to Quintana. That's a strong dude in there.
Just because you're large doesn't mean you can translate that to effective power. You know, ElShaddai is an example of somebody who can. They can use their physics to their advantage. They can kinetically link and kinetically load their body to transfer force to their target in a way that most athletes at that size cannot.
That was impressive. Hey, I'd said
Mike Falvo letting us know it looked like Cory Quintana's nose was broke. And that's the thing about this sport. It takes one shot.
one very precise and very powerful shot. I don't listen. You've been around this promotion for a decade and a half. Are there fighters that have brought more energy and enthusiasm and crowd support?
You know, all together as an entire package, I mean, it's hard to think of somebody who has the charisma, you know, who has the following, who has the work ethic, who has the abilities, all tied into one and being local. You know, Corey Norman was a great champ for us, but he was coming from Western New York, so he didn't necessarily have that following that this guy does.
ElShaddai Van Hoesen, everybody. You can take it, but not for very long. All right, guys, I prepared a speech. I want you guys to... No, I'm just playing. Listen, if you came here, if you came to see, make some noise right now. If you came to see, make some noise. Cage Wars, the best promotion on this side of the Mississippi. Lions Den, the best gym around. Shout out to my sponsors, Made Men, Jump Property Services, and BFI, Laser and Spa. Shout out to my dad. The first time my dad seen me compete, he just came home from doing a long bid. I'm glad I could put on a show. I'm glad I could put on a show for all y'all that came out. And I'm going to keep running it up and doing it again and again and again. If you're watching, you see I'm only getting better. I'm only getting better. It's only up from here. So let me hear you make noise one more time. Let's go.
I love him.
I'll tell you what, he's going to be a lot of fun at the after party, I'm sure of it.
Heavyweight champion, ElShaddai Van Hoesen, everybody. Hey, congratulations.